Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. Welcome back to more of the Donkey Kong Country 3 playthrough. Donkey Kong Country 3 for the GBA, to be specific. And yeah, we're gonna continue on with our adventure. Probably gonna be finishing up the rest of Mekanos in this video, so yeah, let's get this started with level number 3, Ripsaw Rage. And oh man, this level. Lot to say about this level. Let's just say it's a level that can definitely cause a lot of fear for people due to the general concept of it, but I think what really gave it fear in the original game was the music that was playing alongside of it. Let me just, just kind of show you really quick what you were kind of dealing with if you played the original game on Super Nintendo. Okay, now that you've seen that, let's see what we get on the Game Boy Advance. Ah, I see. Very scary music, right? So yeah, definitely a case where I feel like maybe they should have used a different music track, at least for maybe just this level in particular. But yeah. Happy-go-lucky saw blade time, I guess. But yeah, this is Ripsaw Rage. It's a pretty scary level where you have to basically just keep things moving. Otherwise, if you touch the saw, you will lose a Kong. And it is pretty much an auto-scroller, so it kind of continues on till the very end. And for this level, looks like we have to keep moving fast here. Yeah, that's not really too hard. Kinda don't remember where the other one is. It's obviously after the midway point, so we don't have to worry too much. I don't think we've skipped it yet or anything. I do know that the DK coin is at the very end, though, so we at least have that going for us. I just think it's so silly, I don't know. And like, I get it, it's probably not something you'd would generally think about, it's oh, well, this is gonna go in the, okay, there we go. It's like, okay, this is the music for all the tree levels. And it's just like, oh, right, there's a tree level where there's a giant saw chasing you. Now, for this one, you do have to be kind of careful in this one. If a banana spawns in the wrong place, sometimes it can go under the saw, or it'll appear just as the saw's going over it, like it happened in those two instances. And if it does that, you could get screwed, because it may take a little bit of time for the next one to spawn as a result. So you have to get kind of lucky on that one, but thankfully we managed to do it just fine. And I think we're actually on... Oh, shoot. Okay, good. Okay, there we go. Okay, I mean, I guess that works. Anything over here? No, I guess not. Okay, well, we got it. I mean, we got the level in our first try, so that was nice. And, looks like we have the next, Cranky warrior time, I guess. Now, I think we're kind of at the point where, some of these games, you'll probably spend more than what you'll get back for winning. which is a little unfortunate. And I honestly don't think we have to do this anymore. I think there's only like one banana bird for each of these games. And like, I think as long as you just get a certain score once, you got it. I just kind of do it just in case there's anything else. And see, that's kind of interesting because in like all the other Game Boy Advance DKC games, you know, there was always like some requirement or some unlockable behind visiting all the Kongs and doing all their challenges or chores for each world. And here, I mean, you'd think if you played those other games, you'd think that, oh, that's going to be the case for this game too, but that actually kind of ends up not being the case at the end of the day, which is just kind of interesting, I guess. Okay, so here we have Blazing Bazookas. Next factory level. For this one, we have to deal with these bazooka guys as they shoot barrels at us. Not just regular barrels. Sometimes they'll have other unique barrels that they'll fire as well. So you have to kind of be careful of what they're going to throw at you. Let me despawn these really quick. Okay, I guess they're not going to be despawned. Okay, there we go. I mean, I could have probably still squeezed in there. I just didn't want to risk it at that point, personally. See, I'm just trying to also find some banana coins. I mean, there'll definitely be some good place to grind banana coins. In fact, I think the demolition drain, or not demolition. I think that is what it's called. The drain pipe auto scroller we did in the last video. I think that's generally a good level to do some coin grinding if you need to. Okay. No, that's fine. Even if you don't get them, you can also just jump into the barrel like this. Can you even hurt this guy? Okay, not with Squitter anyway. So yeah, here we have Squitter. Squitter back in all of his DKC2 glory, back in DKC3. Thankfully, he doesn't have a super annoying Web Woods-like level, like he did in DKC2. There are some levels where, you know, we'll have to use him for a bit, but I honestly don't feel like they overuse them in some sections, like I feel like it was in DKC2 anyway. But even then, I didn't really mind those sections even in DKC2. They honestly did make, like, the Squitter platforming pretty fair, I guess. It's honestly not too hard to deal with. So as you can see, we do have the coin here. But we have to get him in a certain way. This will switch the... there we go. It'll switch the barrels to keg barrels, and essentially, when you switch it to keg barrels, you can KO him in that fashion. We've already done one of the bonus areas, so we just need one more left. I don't think we go down here for anything. I don't think so. I think we can continue. We do get a bear coin for using them, though, which is nice. We do still need those, after all. This way. Would like another DK barrel, though, please. Thank you. See, the game knew what they wanted to give me. They knew they wanted to give me that at some point. Okay, I think here is where we need to be for this next part. Now, if you have Dixie, you can just fly over there. If you don't, you can also just kind of use a barrel jump. But Dixie is definitely the way to go if you want to get there easily. With her long, flowing hair that just takes you everywhere. And with that, I believe we're about done. I love how those two claptrap enemies were like on top of each other right there. Yo, blue balloon. And there we go. Okay, that level's done. Okay, next level. This level is the reason why in a speed run of only 3 worlds in the game, you don't want to pick this world, because although this level is not an auto-scroller, it's definitely a very slow level with, like, the jump physics. But yeah, this is low G Labyrinth. So as you can see, low gravity here, which means we can jump really, really high, but also really slowly. Yeah, it's a pretty neat level, though. I mean, as a general concept, I think this level works pretty well. Not like a personal favorite of mine or anything, but you know, I think it's a good use of just having, like, you know, different gimmicks and stuff. And, you know, it's not necessarily meaning gimmicks in a negative sense either. I know that sometimes when you hear gimmicks, it's kind of used in a negative connotation. I don't always think it needs to have that. It just, I don't know. It just means that something's, like, you know, has a unique feature to it, I guess you could say. Okay, that was stupid. That was very stupid, actually. I'm just gonna do this. Just jump up. Don't worry, we can still get that bonus because we can actually use this guy. It's our good friend Quawks, not to be confused with Squawks, because Quawks is the purple parrot. Squawks is the green parrot. Yeah, see, this is actually just even better with Quawks anyway, because you don't have to worry about the jump physics as much. But yeah, one big thing with Squawks compared to Quawks, or Quawks compared to Squawk, whatever you want to say, is that Quawks actually cannot fire eggs at other enemies, but what he can do is actually pick up barrels and drop them on other enemies. And that's how you get through some of these sections a little safer. I'm sure there'll be other instances where we actually need to defeat some of these enemies. I did not expect to get hit right there, though. This section always gets me a little paranoid, because sometimes I want to go faster than what I realistically should, and I just end up getting hurt as a result. I think we do want to go down there. Before I do, yeah, let's go ahead and get a free parrot. Yeah, see, sometimes, like, it can just be really hard to get your momentum going when you're playing as Quawks, so you have to, like, go earlier if you want to go down sooner. But here's the other Squawks, the better Squawks, because you can actually fire eggs at other enemies. And you have an unlimited source of your eggs too, which is also really, really nice. There we go. Unfortunately, we do have to go back to Quacks, though, at the very end of this. Now, we are given a steel keg barrel, but we don't necessarily have to use this one for a coin. I'm pretty sure. But even then, I think you can at least go back and get a barrel again if you lose that one. Or not. Okay, never mind. But yeah, as I was saying, I think there is another steel keg up here anyway, so you didn't miss your chance or anything. I tried to slow down to get in that barrel. I don't know what happened there. It just kind of kept moving. Okay, well, gotta go through this level again, or at least half of this level again. Damn. See, it's just really hard to control your momentum sometimes. But yeah, I don't think we have to worry about, going to the bonus to get to the coin either. Ah, damn. See, I think that's where, yeah, that's where we ended off earlier. That's where we died. Yeah, if you go up here... Oh, well, okay, so see, like, you can get that steel keg barrel and be fine. But let's see if we can do it without. There we go. Now we just need to make it through here, wait for them to come back down. There we go. Is there even a reason for going over this way? Probably not. I mean, there's some bear coins, I guess. And they do give you a invincibility barrel to go back, which is nice. Let's just make sure we don't die on our way back. Especially considering this level's not over yet. Oh, jeez. Here, let me investigate. Oh, that's just the G. Okay, well. Okay, I think this is the last part of the level. Ugh. I do not like threading the needle, but thankfully we're done. Okay. Okay, well, that's it for Low G Labyrinth, and I believe we're actually at the boss now. So let's take care of KAOS Carnage, and then we can probably wrap this up. Bzz, click, Kongs, enemy. You must be destroyed. It's always, like, kind of, like, messes with me. I never know when... I never know when that's supposed to come down, like, timing-wise. So yeah, all you have to do is just, wait for him to get through the phase. I think if you take too long on climbing him, he'll use, like, a, boxing glove to kind of punch you away from... Come on! So yeah, you don't want to take too long when you're climbing up him. See, I say just, like, run under him, like, there. Oh, my God. Okay. I'll get him this time. Oh, God, he almost got me right there. Yeah, we have another phase. Oh my God! It's just an awkward timing window that just did not exist in the Super Nintendo version. And, like, the flame exhaust does speed up a little bit, it does seem. Okay, so he's gonna do this again. So let's get under him. Now he does add a new phase with the floating helmet here. And I think he just goes straight to this phase again. So I'm not sure what, like, decides when he, like, fires his little beam. Normally it'd be a case where it's like he tries to aim from where you are, where he thinks you're gonna be based on your prior movement, but I believe that's it though. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Kong's win does not compute. Next time we meet, KAOS will win. And we get a second ski. They sure don't make boss battlers like they used to. One attack per pattern is enough for any gamer. I think you better go back and see Funky. I'm sure he can help you out. Yeah, because now we have another thing we can use. I don't think we can go there yet. So let's go back and see the Funkster. Let me also see how time we're going for. Well, hey! You found 2 skis! Awesome. I've got all the parts I need to make the ultimate ride. Wait right there, Kongs, while I bring you my latest and greatest boat yet. Bonkers! I've built in a cool turbo feature that'll be sure to take you to new heights. Just press the B button. Okay, well, I'm gonna do this challenge next, but I'm gonna go ahead and end the video first because we've been going for a good amount of time now, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. But yeah, this has been SlimKirby. This has been Donkey Kong Country 3 for Game Boy Advance. I'll see you guys next time when we do this challenge and start heading for the next world, World 5. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Later, folks.